the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Denver Nuggets. And it's been disappointing lately for Denver. They certainly feel like they're a better team than their record might indicate. A chance tonight to prove it as they take on a team above them in the standings. And guys, Aaron Gordon, the 4th overall pick back in 2014, got a lot of attention for his performance at the dunk contest. Kenny, how can he take his game to the next level?
He's taking it there. His shooting is improved, his ball handling is improved, and his need to take the big play or have the big moment, he is stepping into that limelight.
Yes, he is. He's an elite athlete, still very young. I would love to see him pair with a real mentor named Kenny Smith.
I'd pair up with him.
What would your advice be then to Aaron Gordon if you were going to mentor Aaron Gordon?
The first thing I'd say, basketball is the business, and let's start there. Everything else is a distraction because basketball is the business right now.
Solid advice?
Let me check with Shaq Shadamas. You like that? Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
You got issues, man.
He talks to himself.
Time for tip.
He answered himself. That's what's worse. Talking to himself or answering yourself is worse.
Equal.
It's interconference time for these Nuggets as they come in as the visiting team. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. The news here, Jokic injured and unable to play.
Yeah, it's going to be a few weeks until they can get him back, but not as bad as it could have been. In the end, given the way it looked, boy, I tell you, when they had to help him off, he'll probably consider that to be good news.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin, we know today's players can really elevate, but it's the landings that create tremendous strain on the body. In fact, at least one team bans its veteran players from dunking in practice. Kevin, that is not a problem for me.
David, you're right. It takes a toll. Thank you. Well, Clark, a few teams at this point in the season have battled through back-to-back games. Just how hard is that on the body to play in consecutive nights in this league?
As I recall, Kevin, it wasn't terribly difficult. As a matter of fact, I kind of enjoyed it. You could either get the bad taste of a loss out of your mouth quickly by playing another game. You didn't have to really practice. There's some energy concerns, obviously, but when you're well-rested and excited about playing, you find the energy. But I do believe there's studies that show there's a greater probability for injury the more back-to-back games that you have. That's one of the reasons the league has sought to minimize the number of back-to-back games across the schedule.
And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Murray and Harris, the guards. Barton and Millsap at the small and power forward spots. And it's Plumlee in at the 5, down low, with the fadeaway. Rebound by the Nuggets. Last time they met was in Denver.
You know what? It's a fine line between attacking but yet staying under control, and they did, and that's why they shot such a high percentage.
Yeah, they pushed the pace, and typically you get high-quality shots when you do that. I thought they were terrific all game, Greg.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And the first one drops.
You know, Gary Harris coming into the league, I think a lot of people thought he'd just be a Velcro guy. He's a smaller guard who plays with intelligence and great effort, but he's a lot more than that, folks. This guy has a lot of game.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And talking about Harris, that huge contract extension he signed, it really shows how valued a player he is.
Yeah, he's a two-way guy, Kevin. I mean, he's improved every year. He's got the fundamental foundational skills that I think will lead to a very long career. He's accountable, he's humble, he's a low-maintenance guy.
Three-pointer, Barton, good, and the assist goes to Murray. Barton's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
And here's Vucevic following the three from Will Barton.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
The pass to Harris. He kicks to Murray. Five to shoot, and it's Murray with the jam.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Augustine against Murray. Augustine passes to Vucevic. The dish to Fournier. He's looking for Gordon and finds him.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Murray against Augustine. They get the rebound. Murray kicks to Plumlee. Murray outside. Tries again, and it's good on the layup. Murray's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Good concentration by Murray to score it inside.
Augustine against Murray. Augustine, that's good. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Murray, the pass to Barton. Kicks it to Plumlee. Clock at 4. Deep two from Murray. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Looking now at some numbers for Evan Fournier. Over the last month, getting it done. He's getting around 20 points per, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
He feeds it to Vucevic. Over Plumlee, and Orlando again with the bucket.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
To the right side. Murray kicks to Plumlee. Back to Murray. With the floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Murray's got 6.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Augustine against Murray. It's Fournier on the wing. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. Over Plumlee. Vucevic with the bucket.
And Vucevic is a guy who constantly keeps defenders guessing when he has the ball deep in the post. Just an excellent finisher at the rim.
Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 22-point game against Toronto. The shot missing. Nice D from Fournier. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Magic.
This Denver Nuggets team was really superb offensively. 6th in the league in points, and they did it with a fun style to watch.
Can't hit the step-back jump shot. The Nuggets have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Pass to Plumlee. Outside for Murray. And here's Harris from the arc. It's hauled in by Gordon.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
That gives them the lead. Fournier's got his second basket of the night. And watching the Nuggets last year, really one of the most entertaining teams in the league.
Well, the faster pace, I think, a big part of that, Kevin, especially around mid-year when they really committed to playing faster. They've got a lot of young, exciting players, which leads to exciting plays, and that's really what the fans like to see.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Magic.
They've pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse.
Take a break.
And that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
That one is off.
And, you know, one of the areas where the Orlando Magic struggled was with consistency, but not only on the floor, but across the franchise. A lot of coaching turnover the past decade.
The Magic making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. And he sinks the second. And the Magic have gone through a lot of coaches, as you said.
Yeah, lack of continuity at that position can really derail any momentum you're attempting to build. And the same can be said about their players. A lot of trades and turnovers with the roster. That's not a recipe for consistent success.
Here's Murray following the bucket by Orlando. Back to Barton. It's tipped. And that one's good. Millsap.
Got to be more physical than that against Millsap. He's good at fighting his way through contact on the way up.
Augustine looking around. In the corner, it's Gordon. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Gordon's got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Murray outside. Takes the 13-footer. Jump shot is good that time. 8 points for him.
His shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
And a chance to check out some stats for Gordon. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 7th in three-point field goal percentage. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And back to his efficiency from 3, as you said, he's top 10 in the league. Defenses are now trying to deny him the basketball, but really to no avail. Murray against Grant. Now here's Murray. He's guarded close, and it's blocked by Gordon.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
Here's the floater, and it's finished off by Grant as he lays it in. And it's a 6-point Magic lead.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Out to Harris. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Yeah, you know, one of the things I like about Paul Millsap, Kevin, is he's relentless. There's no let-up when he's out there. I mean, he goes after every ball.
Now, here's Isaac. Hernan Gomez covering. Grant finds Vucevic. Harris against Grant, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
The Magic shooting their first foul shot of the night. Mozgov, he's checked in for Orlando. Ross comes in for Isaac. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Malik Beasley comes in for Harris. The free throw drops for Grant. And the Denver Nuggets probably would have made the playoffs last year if their defense, Clark, had performed as well as their offense.
Well, simply put, dead last in opponent's field goal percentage. Very few teams with that stat ever make the playoffs. Some of it's perhaps scheme, but most of the time it's about attitude and effort and personnel. That's not going to get it done in the robust and tough West.
Now, here's Grant. He has 5. And Simmons kicks to Gordon. The shot, no good. Now Denver takes it the other way.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now here's Simmons. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Nice seeing Gordon get it done over some pretty tight, stingy defense there, showing just how confident he is in the post.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Murray with it. Now defended by Grant. Here's Hernan Gomez. Good on the 13-footer. Hernan Gomez has got his first points of the night.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Grant kicks to Ross. Over Hernan Gomez. No good from Ross. The Nuggets trail by 5. Here's Murray. 23 points for him the last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Here's Lyles. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Denver getting their last shot to go. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Clark, we all know you are one of the best players and maybe the greatest high school class ever. Guys who are now in the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. What a list of names and great players.
Yeah, terrific players, and proud and privileged to be part of that class. 1979 is what you talk about. Dominique Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Terry Cummings. I could go on and on and on, but obviously some of those guys, Hall of Famers, and distinguished not just in what they did in high school and college and the pros, but in how many of them have lived their lives off the court, too.
Leiden's checked in for Denver. And both free throws good for Ross.
And, you know, last season the Magic fell short of their goals, dealt with a lot of injuries, and just had a lot of holes in their roster, too. What was an uphill battle to begin with became really an impossible one.
Here's Leiden. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
And as you said, the Magic last season dealt with numerous injuries.
Yeah, you know, the fact of the matter, Kevin, is the Magic just didn't have enough talent to compete either, in spite of the injuries. Rebounding the ball was an issue, and they didn't have any area of the game that they were really great in. Good job there, Kevin, getting himself a little space on the inside.
Grant kicks to Ross. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And that's a case where the deceptive strength that Ross has helps him score over the defense. You can't afford to take this guy lightly.
Now here's Beasley. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
And it seems like they've been more than willing to crack down on those. Makes it tough to get as physical as you like to out there.
Grant surveying the D. Pass to Ross. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Having now been a head coach for 5 full years, 2 years with the Kings, 3 with the Nuggets, Malone's had his fill of inexperienced rosters and has done a reasonably good job with them.
And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. There's 38 seconds left in the first. Beasley, the pass to Leiden. Back to Beasley. Here's Lyles. Again, the Nuggets score. Grant with the ball. He has 5. And the pass to Mozgov. Dishes to Ross. Lets a floater go. Gordon finds Mozgov. Ross in the corner. A second chance effort. The shot, no good.
The defense was less than impressive there, but despite them not really contesting that shot, he still bricked it.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Orlando out in front, up 3. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Yeah, and you know, that cohesion is really impressive, Greg. I mean, they know how to get each other going and feed off of each other, and that's crucial.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Crosses the 3 with Gordon at the 4. Fournier out there with Grant, and it's Mozgov in at center. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Leiden, and they're unable to get the tying basket there. Well, Orlando shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. And the dunk by Grant.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
The Nuggets shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Beasley kicks to Craig. Six to shoot. And the Denver Nuggets, you look at their improvement last year, Clark, especially on their home court.
Yeah, you know, they owned the NBA's 4th best home record last season, Kevin. Went 31-10, and you know, some of it obviously is the altitude, but also when you've got younger players, they play better at home because they're not quite emotionally mature enough to be consistent on the road yet.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Clark, a favorite topic of yours. Great rebounders, glass eaters as you call them. Who's the best at creating those important second chance opportunities for his team?
Well, a couple of guys stand out for me in that regard, Kevin. DeAndre Jordan is terrific. Enes Kanter, probably, he might be the best offensive rebounder in the league, Enes Kanter. I mean, he goes and gets it in his area, out of his area, through guys, over them. Man, he's a terrific offensive rebounder. And I'd throw Anthony Davis in there, too. I think he does a great job on the defensive glass and gets his share of offensive boards as well.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap is an all-star forward whose dedication to the game is reflected in his year-to-year improvement. He said, "The drive to the gym is where I find my peace, getting my mind prepared. I come with the mindset of getting better. It's gotten me this far." Kevin?
He is a true professional. David, thank you. Now here's Ross. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing.
Aaron Gordon is no pushover. Far from it. I mean, with the ability to knock down shots despite contact, this young fella's impressive. You know, last season, Aaron Gordon really flourished in a more wide-open offense, taking advantage of his uber athleticism, but he also put a lot of work into his jumper, and that showed. Helped him make the jump into a top option for an offense.
DJ Augustine's checked in for the Magic. Denver also making some changes. Plumlee comes in for Lyles, and Barton subbed in for Juan Hernangomez. Free throw good, Gordon. And for Gordon, all the focus he gave to improving his shot gave him the confidence he needed.
Yeah, exactly. And confidence so big in this league. I mean, it's the difference between good to great or average to good. I mean, when he believes in his shot, he's lethal offensively. It just opens up the floor for him and his teammates and allows him to create mismatches the way he's shooting it now. And I think they're winning because of him. I mean, he's hitting a lot of his shots right now.
The Nuggets trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Goes up at the stripe. Craig can't get it to go. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Yep, that one goes in there.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here is Plumlee after the Magic pick up 2. Here's Craig. Augustine with the steal. Outside Fournier. Here's the teardrop. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
Well, you know what, Greg? When the defense is that lax, come on now, they honestly deserve to lose. You can't let a team get into that kind of a groove.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Mozgov, and Isaac subbed in for Terrence Ross. Now here is Augustine. Outside Gordon. Passes it to Fournier. Here's Vucevic. Second chance shot. The feed now to Gordon. Pass to Fournier. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. Off target from the baseline.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Now, here's Isaac. He had 10 points in the win against the Heat in Miami.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
The Nuggets trail by 13. Harris passes to Millsap. He kicks to Plumlee. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
I think his unselfish attitude is really a big part of what makes Millsap a leader on the court, and the ability to make some dynamic passes doesn't hurt either.
Augustine, that's good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Nuggets have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway.
And that layup is usually going in, especially when the defense is as lazy as that.
Down low, here's Gordon. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And although Gordon had never won a dunk contest, there's no doubt that he is one of the league's most lethal artists in the air.
Yeah, he really is. Creative, great bounce and strength. Was recorded at the Combine with a 39-inch vertical. I think he gets off the floor much higher than that at times. He's got great power and a good frame. You know, if you see Gordon coming down the lane with a step, you better run for cover if you don't want to be posterized.
He misses the free throw. You look at player contracts today, Clark, a little different from the one after you signed your rookie year. What, 4 years and $1 million? Do I have that right?
Yeah, you got the numbers right, Kevin. And, I look at that as all relative. How about the guys who played way before me?
Right.
And they were traveling on trains to games and were working jobs during the summer. I mean, it's all a function of the revenue generation of the league, which has grown exponentially. Since I played, we were part of the group that actually saw the first salary cap instituted in the early 80s. So growth is part of what we see now in players' salaries, and I'm all for the guys to get what they deserve from that standpoint.
Now here is Harris. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Friday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers. Then on Monday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for the matchup with the Jazz, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And Vucevic kicks to Augustine. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's foul number 2 for him. And here's Vucevic. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Heat in Miami.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
The Nuggets trail by 14. Millsap passes to Murray. And stolen by Fournier. Isaac kicks to Gordon. And it's Gordon with the finish.
It's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Murray. 10 points for him. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
You look at Mason Plumlee, he's a throwback big in my mind. You're not going to see him stretch the floor. That's not what he does. He has a hard time from the free throw line, certainly, but his size, effort, activity, really valuable to this team.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Look at Milwaukee. They hold the first place spot in the conference, just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And checking out Orlando, just way behind.
And right now for the Magic, they look ready to make all their fans forget about last season's horrible showing. They've already picked up some impressive victories.
Greg, this is a much improved squad. I mean, I don't know where they'll end up in the standings, but they'll be better than a year ago.
And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation.
Looking now at the numbers for Will Barton. How last month turned out for him, he's getting around 8 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad, but guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
Here's Millsap. It's hauled in by the Magic. Gordon's got his 5th rebound in this one. And talking about Plumlee, what he gives you often fails to show up on the stat sheet.
Well, the thing I like about him is his hustle. He makes those extra possession plays, those activity plays. He's tough, doesn't need the ball to be effective, and the other thing he does better than most big guys in the league is run the floor.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Barton. 11 points for him in that last game against Toronto.
And Kevin, his creativity really on display that night. I mean, he was threading beautiful passes everywhere.
Harris, no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless, really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
Here's Barton, following the basket by Evan Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Murray for 3. Basket is good, the assist from Harris. And that's 13 points for Jamal Murray.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer. Somebody who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the floor off the catch or dribble.
Now here is Augustine. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
And the suffocating reach of Isaac is tough to overcome, and outshoot excels at getting up and denying shots.
Augustine against Murray. Shoots from 14, and it's Gordon missing.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Now here is Harris, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Hey, even when you knock Gary Harris around, he powers these shots in.
The Nuggets have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And guys, that's a pretty good improvement over last season.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando.
Mind the lanes.
Simmons comes in for Gordon, and it's Jaron Grant in for Augustine. That's good from Harris.
His improvement each year in the league is impressive. Harris knows his role is to score the ball, and he does it well.
Outside Fournier. He dishes it to Grant. Releases. They get it again. Vucevic. Good work defensively by Millsap. And it's Harris with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 14. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. And that will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road. Now here's Millsap. He's got 6. Now here's Isaac. It's good. Isaac's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Isaac really a big-time player on the interior. When he's near the basket, he's looking to score the ball.
Denver calls timeout. Clark, one of the strong points that the Orlando Magic team has is their balance.
Well, they've got a number of players, Kevin, that can go for double digits on any night. That's always nice. Good depth on this roster as well. And when you don't have an elite star or talent, these are the kind of things you look for in building your team.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Evan Fournier. Hernan Gomez kicks to Lyles. Back to Hernan Gomez. Harris looking it over. Shoots over Isaac. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Nuggets sit statistically in the NBA right now.
And as for their number 2 ranking and second chance points, that relentless pursuit on the offensive glass has led to a lot of easy opportunities. And believe me, they don't miss many.
Grant against Murray. Now here's Ross. He's guarded closely. Here's Simmons, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Denver.
And, you know, because Simmons plays with such energy, he's hard to contain. Sometimes he's just too much for the defense.
And Jonathan Simmons, the explosive wing player, went undrafted but has earned a spot in the NBA after a strong couple of years in the G League. Now he's established himself as a potent offensive player.
First free throw is good. And for Simmons, when he was in the G League, he developed, Greg, his playmaking.
Yeah, spent some time at point guard at that level, and I think it helps him in terms of finding ways to create shots for himself. He's definitely, though, at his best when the ball is in his hands. Not so much a spot-up player, but he can create offense for a team in a hurry.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You know, after once paying to try out for a minor league team, Simmons has come a long way, and he's not done yet.
Inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Takes the 13-footer, and he overshot that one, missing. The Nuggets trail by 18. Beasley up top, guarded by Simmons. Beasley kicks to Murray. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. .158 left here in the second. Beasley against Ross. 5 on the clock. Shoots. No good off the front iron. Magic leading by 18. Pass to Isaac.
You look at Jonathan Isaac. He was drafted 6th overall in 2017 as a bit of a project. Had a growth spurt late, so he has a tall frame that still needs to fill out and get stronger, but he's got a lot of potential. Pretty skilled for a big guy. Great physical tools, but needs some refinement.
And the first one at the line is good. And they feel down in Orlando, Clark, that Isaac has a lot of upside with his game.
And I concur with that, Kevin. I mean, this guy is long, he's athletic, he's got some versatility in his game, can put the ball on the floor. He could be comparable to a Giannis Antetokounmpo as he develops. Again, I don't like to always compare players one to another, but he's got that kind of look and potential about him.
Now here's Murray. 13 points in the game.
And, you know, really when you look at it, Murray is quite crafty at getting contact on his drives. I like his fearlessness going to the hole.
Jamal Murray. 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Free throw good, Murray.
Well, he was the 6th pick in the draft not too long ago, Jamal Murray, and started slowly, which can happen for a lot of young guys. Shooting percentages were down, turnovers up, but everybody knew he could still shoot.
And so Murray nails both of them. And Clark discussing Murray, this is a guy with truly deep range.
Yeah, in the gym range, Kevin, and his shooting motion stays consistent no matter where he shoots the ball from. I think his best trait, shooting the ball, is one that every team craves.
Now here's Ross. He's got 8, just 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. 10 points for Jaren Grant.
I tell you what, total team player. When Simmons hits the open man like this, he adds value to his team.
On its way from Beasley for 2. And again, Denver no good.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Murray kicks to Lyles, to the middle, Hernangomez. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Hernangomez has got his second basket. Murray against Grant. And the pass to Ross. For 3. Denver grabs the miss.
You know, this just hasn't been his quarter. I mean, he doesn't seem to be comfortable at all. Particularly shooting. I mean, he knows he's struggling right now.
Now Murray. It's Beasley on the wing. No good with the triple. And so it's the Orlando Magic sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Aaron Gordon. Aaron, you guys came out and played extremely well. What was the mindset in the first half?
We just tried to come out here, really stick to our principles, pick up the pace, and really be aggressive, and it turned out in a high-scoring half.
Just the way you want to play. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The first half was all about Aaron Gordon. He ended up with 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, the bench came in and helped them run away with this one. Tremendous job of getting loose, getting open, and drilling shots. You always want that spark off the bench, and these guys delivered.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA. Over.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So on the floor for Denver, Harris and Barton, the two wings. Plumlee out there with Paul Millsap, and it's Murray in at the point. Augustine, no luck. The Nuggets trail by 21. Murray outside. Over Augustine, and that one hits back iron. And it's the Magic with the ball. At the elbow, Vucevic. The basket is good, the assist from Augustine. Vucevic has got the first points to start out the third quarter for Orlando. On the wing, Harris. Rebound by the Magic.
Boy, the defense had gone to sleep, so you got to knock that one down.
Augustine against Murray. Augustine passes to Gordon. Kicks it to Fournier. Here's Vucevic. That one doesn't drop. Plumlee with some nice D. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic, big man who is taking pride in his defensive work. 1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
Now here's Murray. 15 points in the game. Harris outside. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Harris has got 7 points in the game.
Excellent decision maker. Love how decisive Harris is in the pick and roll. And, you know, last year the Denver Nuggets were dominant from behind the arc. I mean, 6th in the league in three-pointers made, 7th in three-point percentage.
Now here's Murray. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon, and it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Hits the three-point bomb. 18 points for Jamal Murray.
And Murray is really deadly with the catch-and-shoot jumper. When the defense isn't playing up on him, he has no problem going right up with it.
Now here is Augustine. He's got 6, and the basket is good. 12 points for Evan Fournier.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Millsap looking it over. Barton kicks to Murray. Clock at 6. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Denver calls timeout.
Timeout.
And Evan Fournier, the young player out of France, gives you a lot to work with on the offensive end.
Yeah, Fournier has become more of an initiator, a guy who sets things up offensively. He can take over the ball handling duties from time to time and takes good care of it. He squeezes that orange pretty well, and he looks really comfortable, more and more comfortable running the pick and roll.
And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Denver with the ball. Barton outside. Here's the teardrop.
Man, I like that defense from Gordon. He's a guy that makes you uncomfortable if he's guarding you.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for the Nuggets.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
The Nuggets trail by 20. Murray with it. 18 points for him. Feeds it to Plumlee. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Guys, I think free throw shooting, and Steve, you can speak to this, is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
One shot, find the lanes.
The free throw off from Plumlee. Magic leading by 18. Here's Isaac. 8 points for him. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Persistence pays, Kevin. Love seeing Isaac stay with the play like that, using his height and the high release on those nice finishes.
One shot.
And Jonathan Isaac making progress, but he was drafted knowing he had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and you really shouldn't try and compare Isaac to the rest of his draft class. He's going to be on a different timeline as far as his development goes. Might take longer for him to be ready, but the payoff, man, could be huge as his ceiling is really high.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Orlando Magic. And Fournier kicks to Gordon. No basket. That's his fifth miss in 11 attempts from the floor. Inside. And Millsap slams it in.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to him.
Murray against Augustine. Here's Vucevic. And the layup's good off the glass. Vucevic has got 4 points in the quarter.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Millsap dishes to Harris. And Plumlee kicks to Murray. Sinks the three-pointer. Murray's got 21.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here is Augustine. He has 6.
You know, guys, Nikola Vucevic is a very skilled big man out of USC. He rebounds well, scores it from inside, and has a nice touch. He's got a really well-rounded offensive game as a center. Even added a 3-ball to his repertoire recently to further stretch out interior defenses.
Two shots.
The first one falls. And with Vucevic, he's an established scorer, but also a very unselfish player.
Yeah, he's a very smart player, too. A big guy with nice mobility, excellent hands, passes well for his position, works inside out. And as he continues to mature, I think you could see Vucevic leaning more and more on his ability to set others up out of the post rather than just looking for his own shot.
And even though Vucevic can get you a good amount of blocks and steals, Clark, in a season, most would agree his defense isn't a strong point.
No, it's not, but it's not a liability either, Kevin. I mean, he understands where to be and how to get there. He's not super athletic and doesn't protect the rim in a shot-blocking fashion, but he knows how to use his body to position himself well defensively.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Gordon against Millsap. Back to Fournier. Second shot opportunity. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Harris. The Nuggets trail by 17. And here is Murray. He's got 21. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Murray's got 23. Well, Orlando shooting at 51%. Really solid. Augustine against Murray. Outside Fournier. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Over Plumlee. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 12 in the game.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Murray, the pass to Harris. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Yeah, he's costing them right now, sabotaging them a little bit. He's got to find his shot if they want to win this game.
Outside, Simmons. Beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 7.
You know, I think it's essential that Simmons becomes consistent from deep. I mean, once this happens, everything will become a lot easier for him on offense.
Here's Leiden. Denver passing it around. Harris outside. Here's Leiden. Guarded by Simmons. From the wing. It's hauled in by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Fournier. Simmons inside. And a missed layup.
Now that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. It's not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter, and that's a good job of doing both.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
For the Magic, Mozgov, he's checked in for Gordon. Terrence Ross comes in for Fournier. And it's Jaren Grant in for Augustine. Grant finds Ross. The 3 sinks the triple. Ross has got 11.
Man, I like the three-point stroke of Ross. Gets it off so effortlessly. Man, he's got terrific form.
Here's Murray. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Murray's got 13 points in just this quarter.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Now here's Ross. Hernan Gomez covering. Ross kicks to Grant. He feeds it to Simmons. Baseline jumper. It's good. Simmons got his third basket of the night. The Nuggets trail by 20. Beasley outside. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Craig. He's guarded by Ross. Craig kicks to Beasley. And again, Denver with the triple.
Hey, I tell you what, the contest on that shot was lacking. Very subpar, which is why the shooter buried it.
Here's Vucevic. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Murray, the pass to Lyles. Here's Craig. He's guarded by Ross. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Grant, that's good. 12 points for him. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Orlando.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Now, here's Grant, following the miss by Jamal Murray. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. The Nuggets third, fourth, the Magic.
It's been a constant for both teams. The second chance opportunities, they make the most out of every offensive rebound.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Craig. He's guarded by Ross. Craig, good.
And so far are going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Grant against Murray. 1:30 left in the third quarter. Beasley against Ross. Over Beasley. No good from Ross. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Trailing by 19. To the paint, here's Lyles, and the dunk by Lyles.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Grant against Murray. Now, here's Vucevic. He's covered closely. Ross in the corner. The good-looking shot from the wing. Ross has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, that was a terribly difficult shot, but still, somehow, some way, it went down. Wow.
Beasley with the bounce pass. Murray for 3. No good. So Orlando will take it the other way. Ross kicks to Vucevic.
And the 7-foot frame of Vucevic creates a lot of problems, causes a lot of problems for defenders, especially when he's close to the bucket.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Roof shots.
The free throw drops for Vucevic.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
The Magic making a switch here. Isaac's checked in. And Denver also making a switch. Barton is checked in. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Boy, you look at the wingspan of Vucevic, and it covers a lot of territory. Not many defenders catch up to his release. And his mere presence on defense is disruptive.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Beasley. And there's another one for the Nuggets. Orlando leading by 19. Now, here's Grant. He's got 12. He kicks to Vucevic. With 1 on the clock. Misses.
Boy, the determination on defense is pretty impressive from Murray. Really doing his best to pester the shooters.
Nikola Vucevic firing on all cylinders for Orlando. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Orlando's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for Orlando, Jonathan Isaac is out there with Vucevic. Then it's Terrence Ross. Then there's Grant, and it's Simmons in at the shooting guard position.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Ross. Barton with the rebound.
Tell you what, Kevin, they will take that look every time. Limited defense, great shot, just came up empty. You live with those.
Isaac with the ball. Hernan Gomez covering, and stolen by Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Trying to find Hernan Gomez. Gets it to him. And it's sent back by Isaac. There's the feed to Grant. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
One shot, gentlemen.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Murray kicks to Hernan Gomez. Knocks it loose. One-on-one fast break. Here's Isaac. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Terrific activity from Isaac. Excellent at using his length to get those steals.
The Nuggets trail by 21. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And now Orlando on the break. Isaac with the ball. Grant gets a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot.
This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. It's Barton on the wing. To halt the run, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
You know, these second-round picks that sometimes emerge as outstanding players, Will Barton, a case in point. As a matter of fact, he can give you the handbook for being an outstanding second-round pick because he's really pretty good at just about everything you need to do on the basketball court.
The first one falls. And talking about Barton, you look at the body type, the game that he plays, Clark, well built for the modern era of pro basketball.
Yeah, especially since he's added some strength, Kevin. He can guard 1 through 3. You can't push him around as much as you once could. And, of course, this guy does not lack for confidence.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Orlando. All free throws good from Barton. A lot of super teams trying to form right now, Clark, in the NBA. Golden State, one of them. Talk about some of the sacrifices stars have to make, for instance, in Houston, when they join forces.
Kevin, that's such a great point, and one that's often just overlooked or underemphasized, the sacrifices you have to make to be a championship team, and usually that starts at the top of your roster with your best players. and sometimes they have to bend and mold their games to the people around them. So that's the hard part of it. Just because you put together a lot of talent, as we've seen, doesn't mean you're going to win a championship. So the sacrifices, the commitment, those are big parts of contending for titles.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Beasley against Grant. Gordon finds Simmons. It's hauled in by Lyles.
Great look, but he couldn't finish. Everything but is how we say that. Surprising, since the defense was very pedestrian.
Now here's Barton. Shot clock at 6. No good. Shot missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. Now the pass to Beasley. In terms of competitive balance, Clark, with 2-3 teams being the heavy favorites every year, what do the other teams really have to play for?
Well, first and foremost, the opportunity to rewrite that script. I mean, just because teams are heavy favorites don't mean they're going to prevail in competition. So that's the first thing. And you never know what can happen. We've talked about it before, Kevin, the unpredictability of teams and seasons, how they play out, injuries, personnel, all of that stuff factors in. So if you're a competitor, you want to knock off whoever's expected to be the top team.
Here's Barton after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
Passes to Vucevic. Over Plumlee. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Plumlee, the pass to Harris. Shoots over Grant. Harris misses. Magic leading by 19. Grant kicks to Isaac. Connects from three-point range.
And Jonathan Isaac, I'll tell you what, Kevin, when he's rolling, he's hard to stop.
Pass to Lyles. Beasley finds Harris. The shot. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor. Orlando's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. One of those ongoing discussions about adding a 4th referee, Clark. Would that help us, you think, call the game more accurately?
No, it would just crowd the court more.
Right.
I mean, come on. What are we talking about here? There's a human element to everything we do. Calls are going to be missed. We've grown and gotten better in highlighting different aspects of calls, being more transparent about it. The video replay, I think, has been more good than bad in the game. There are going to be mistakes. You make them, I make them, the referees make them, coaches make them, players make them. We can't totally eliminate the human element of the game. A 4th official would not add to the ability to get more calls right. They're getting 94, 95% of them right now.
Take a break.
You think another official is going to move the needle? Come on.
And that one falls for Fournier.
We take a look here at Evan Fournier, mostly out there for offense, guys. Has a good deep game as he has impressive career numbers from the 3 line. For the amount he scores as a wing player, I think he's pretty efficient.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And for Fournier, good from deep, as you said, Clark, especially on catch and shoot shots.
Well, he's a reliable scorer, Kevin, and in large part due to how diverse his offensive game is. I mean, he can get a shot for himself or others, and he can work off the dribble or off the catch. He's not a big name, but this is a guy who will continue to get double digits for you when you give him sufficient playing time.
Now, here's Isaac, following the miss by Paul Millsap. Right side, Gordon. The putback, it's good on the putback.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now Fournier following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. Fournier passes to Isaac. Augustine against Murray. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Here's the three. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Clark fast break fundamentals, centered the ball, run two wings on each side, have another guy set up from outside, last guy trailing. We don't see that much convention.
No, we don't, Kevin, and I'm chuckling because I know it grinds the gears of a lot of basketball purists, mine included. I really don't like to see guys fan out to the three when the layup is readily available. It's part and parcel of how it's played now, but I think there's a balance. I think you should still be running for layups and use the three in transition, maybe in a delayed fashion versus the primary break fashion.
You see a lot of turnovers, too, a lot of missed opportunities on the break these days.
Yeah, great point, Kevin. You're right. Guys trying to get that ball out to the three instead of taking the easy layup opportunity. Agree with you 100% there.
And stolen by Gordon. Here's Augustine, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Paul Millsap picks one up.
You know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it.
At the line, shooting two. DJ Augustine.
Shooting two.
The free throw drops for Augustine. He hits both from the stripe. Commissioner Adam Silver believes, Clark, that the NBA will see its first female head coach sooner than later. What do you think?
I think it'll happen. I'm not sure exactly if it'll be sooner. I think it'll be a little time because the pipeline, I think, has to be established to where you have some candidates. And you very well could have candidates now that may not have coached in the NBA that could possibly move into a head coaching role. But I think the progression to that would require, I think, more female assistant coaches before there's a comfort level with moving in that direction from an owner standpoint.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
Here's a one-do. Over Millsap. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Leiden. Mozgov covering. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here's Denver. Now Morris. Clock at 6. Here's Leiden. Mozgov covering. Offensive rebound. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. So both teams making some changes here. Orlando's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Over in the corner, Isaac gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Isaac's got 12 points here in the second half.
And Isaac takes no time getting his shot off. He's got a lethal, quick release.
Augustine against Murray. Augustine with the steal. To the inside. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And Gordon's jumping ability combined with his reach make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
We're hearing more players and coaches express their political beliefs, their social concerns, trying to, in a positive way, affect change, Clark.
And Kevin, I applaud it, respect it, admire it, and can't get enough of it. As long as players and coaches are well informed about that, which they talk about, and most of the NBA guys are. And I think it's important that wherever we are in life that we use our platforms to express our views. That's part of what being a citizen of this country is about. So I don't think you necessarily compartmentalize your life. If there are issues that are dear to you that you want to speak out on and educate yourself about, then you use your platform for that purpose while performing your job, which just happens to be playing NBA basketball or coaching NBA basketball.
Orlando's gone 6 of 14 with the three ball tonight, just a little over 40%. And Fournier kicks to Augustine. Gordon against Millsap. Back to Augustine. The three. Hands it from downtown. Augustine's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, and Augustine continues to get it done from deep, Kevin. A consistent three-ball shooter who gets his shot up in a hurry.
Augustine against Morris. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Isaac kicks to Fournier.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the
Pass to Augustine. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. That shot wide open. Morris with the ball.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Leiden, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Clark, over your many years in the NBA, you've seen labor unrest, but per the most recent CBA, we have the potential for a decade-long stretch now of labor peace.
Yeah, and I think that's great for all sides. And you've got to recognize that some of the unrest in the past was really necessary to get to this place where we may have labor and league peace for the next decade. I mean, there's no justice without struggle. There's no smooth sailing without some bumpy sailing at times. So credit the league, the Players Association, and the players for getting to this place now where the league is doing well in all measures and the game is healthy and good. But that's a team effort by all involved.
Ross is checked in for Isaac. Both good from the line that time. There's 1:40 left in the game. Here's Fournier. Kicks to Augustine. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Magic.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Absolutely. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose 2 games and be swept. And it can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for them.
The shot's good from Plumlee.
Boy, I like seeing that toughness on the offensive glass. Did a nice job judging, anticipating where the miss was going, and then putting it back in. Nicely done.
Now here's Fournier, and the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's it for him. He's fouled out. Now we'll go to the line for 2.
And guys, at this point, he's probably better served to take a seat anyway. They've got no chance in this one.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Hernan Gomez is checked in.
Evan Fournier.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And Fournier is highly skilled, a crafty European talent who's really fearless when it comes to shooting the basketball.
He doesn't get the second one. And here's Denver. Leiden kicks to Morris. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. High arcing shot. Mozgov with the block.
Timing and sneaky athleticism, Kevin, allowed Mozgov to get to that shot.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Craig. And the shot is long. And here's Augustine. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Nick, how did you guys get this win tonight?
We were really good on defense, and then once we get stops, we're very good on offense. We got some easy ones, and we just kept grinding, We never let it back in the game, and it felt good to get this win tonight.
Great performance by you guys, Nick. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.